What's up, everyone? It's Roby1 and I'm back. I'm out here in Sandersdale, Dudley, Mass. I found a graveyard that I've never noticed, and I've been around this area for years, usually 20, 30 years, and I just noticed this. And it's got 24 gravestones. Some don't have any inscriptions. Vintons, Cheenies up in here, the sails, couple sails, and it's a nice view. It's a pretty fair scenery, and I believe I'm going to get in touch with the Historical Society. I already left a question on their webpage that I want to come here and help clean this up because I believe they designed this to be a little nicer. But I'm going to get to the AE that I've been seeing on the gravestones that we noticed, I believe, on the elitists, because I believe they read and knew more about meanings and abbreviations, inscriptions and epitaphs. The inscription on a tombstone is generally pretty straightforward when it is legible, but not occasionally it has its own language. For example, aetatis suae ae or as means at his or her age and is usually followed by the deceased age. AE, an abbreviation for age consort of, indicates that a wife died before her husband, who is named relict of. Not as bad as it sounds. This indicates that a woman died a widow and names a husband who died before she did. And I've done report on everything that I'm doing so far this year. Royal Sales. Here's an oldie. And these are very hard to read. They're very vague, and I left that in all my notes. And this guy died in 1835, so it's my guess that Royal, James Sales over there, and then the Vinton guy over there, Chester Vinton, were buddies, and these were the foundation of this area at one point. Now, one thing I'm noticing a lot of these old graveyards, and we've seen the Indian graveyard in Brookfield, and I'm going to do a follow-up on that this season, is a lot of these headstones that are little. See them right here? There's another one. I believe this is possibly one right there. This one. And what bothers me is these got to be children. And the reason I say that is because where I'm standing right here to there is about 4 feet, 4.5 feet. And it's, I don't know how these people were protected, and this guy died at 78 years old, and then all his children died at a young age. Is that what that means, or did he just put no record of his children who were older? But I notice there's a lot of people who die young at these graves. This one, it looks like it says an RJ, but it could be Royal Sales. It also could be a child. Here's the James Sales, and this is the tallest one in here. That's going to stand, I'd say, close to 58, 60 inches. Close, I'd say 50, in the 50s. Here's another little guy. See that right there? There's another one. So right there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6, 7. And now here's one that snapped off. I don't know how someone broke this, because these things are stronger and heavier than they looked. I've already tried to lift one. Now this is, I believe, another Royal Sales, yes. But this one is far too vague. And you know what? This could possibly even be the oldest one. And because we can't read it and we can't decipher that, maybe there's a record of it with the grave workers. And I've been dealing with getting involved with Grafton Historical Society because the Jotham Taft guy who created the Valentine is from Grafton. It's the only that's the newest one here. This one's been refurbished. A woman. She seems to have lived a pretty full life. Another Smalley. Wes, I think this is one of a son, a child. This is the one that I think was 5 years old. Yes, right here I got it. It's 7/1 to 11/20, 1888. From 1883 to 1888. That's what it says. Oh yeah, I came here one day and did a report on this. It took me like 2 hours. There's another little one. And another one. This one, it says she died September 11th. Road M. Now, look in the script. It says she died at 66. I got written down here in the report. Farah, that one says for Ray. That's all I can make out of that one. And there's another little one. Inscriptions. These are white stone. That one over there is like a red granite. Probably the old gray style granite. The bottom. Now these 6 all look the same. And this guy's name is Alpha. And these have possible Masonic value. Look at the corners on them. They're like cut. But at a certain angle, they present like a pillory look to them, and they all have the AEs on them. So, 1868 to 1960, this guy. Pretty good life, and this is what I mean about seems like the older people live longer than the younger. Charles E. Vinton. He died 1886, 30 years old, so that's pretty young. But he meant something to get that, the dirty 6. Kalina. This is the girl who died at 21. I got it written right here. No. That's someone who died at 30 and 21. It makes you what type of lifestyle these people lived. It's a little sprinkly today, but I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to protect my notebook because I put a lot of work into it. This might be that's Mary B., wife of. Yep. Now, let's see what she died at. 78. She's got the AE, because she died after Chester Vinton. And this is the oldest one. 71 he died at, and she died at 78. He's got the AE, because he died first. You see it? And she's got the AE, because she died with his name as a widow. I must have had good eyes that day to figure out exactly what this said. I see it. It is Mary. Okay, so, and then this is Chester A. Vinton, who must obviously be his son. No, this is the oldest one right here. Chester A. Vinton, and that's the son, Chester Vinton. And it says, I didn't notice it, there's the AE. So he died at 75. He's the oldest. And then these two were married right here. And then over here, we're gonna go look at the Cheney. And this possibly has Masonic value too. When they came here and refurbished from the footstone up. It's like a red granite too. And just the Henrietta, the wife of. And this, oh yeah, I remember she died at 27. Let's get to see up there. There's some nice hope. spruce or maple. Someone was here. When I came here last time, I seen a lady over here. She told me a little about it and said someone was up here one day cleaning it and they never finished it. But the next video is going to be off to grafting, because there's a lot of history in grafting as well. And as we go further deep into this, we're going to discover a world that we've never seen. And those 6 right there that I showed you with all the AEs and with the possible elite and Freemasons. If we could ever get the records from them, I don't know if it's possible. I'm challenging them to prove me wrong, but until we get them records, we don't know the true facts of all the Masons unless they leave somewhat little symbolism behind, which I believe they slipped up with that. The mission continues, and Roby 1, I'm out.